at 11.
This is a very intense tornado.
Honestly, this is getting very scary.
Listen to it.
The National Weather Service confirms an EF5 tornado.
I'm with a man who sees his loved ones for the very first time since that deadly twister hit.
County commissioners come out swinging.
And my voice will not be silent.
The issue that sparked more anger and outrage at tonight's meeting.
The buzz is back.
You guys wanted the Hornets name back.
So why will it take so long to rebuild the hive?
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV News at 11 starts right now.
Search crews tonight say it is unlikely they will find any more survivors in the rubble of Oklahoma's deadly tornado. Good evening. Welcome. I'm Paul Cameron.
And I'm Molly Grantham. Thanks for being here. New information just in as we come on the air. The death toll stands at 24 people, including 9 children. Hospitals across Oklahoma City area now say they have treated more than 200 patients. And the fire chief says every damaged home and more has been searched for survivors or victims.
We made it through, I will say, most of the structures, most of the vehicles, most of the homes, but the ones that we didn't make it through yesterday, we will make it through today for sure, and a second and third time.
A local man trying to locate his family members in Oklahoma got more good news today.
All new at 11 o'clock, Brigida Mack was with this man as he learned his family was spared the worst damage. Brigida.
Absolutely, Paul. It's really the kind of story that gives you chills. Talking to Michael tonight was like talking to a completely different person, considering just how close he came to losing his family.
My mood today is so much better. So I'm happier.
The Michael Long I spoke with tonight is light years away from the tense and stressed man I first met Monday evening, smiling as he wore a T-shirt bearing the name of his native state with pride, happy because he finally got to see his brother and sister-in-law for himself.
I actually seen him this morning on News 9 Oklahoma.
He was watching the CBS station online and said he still can't believe their home is standing after the massive EF5 barreled right through their neighborhood.
The windows had blown out, a little bit of water got in, but it was still standing.
Michael says it speaks to the unfathomable power of Mother Nature and just how close his family came to tragedy.
The way it picks and chooses everything. What's it going to pick up? What's it going to set down? You know, who's spared? Who lives, who dies.
It was only Tuesday afternoon that he realized just how close he came to losing them. His niece and nephew attended Plaza Tower Elementary, the same school the tornado leveled, killing 9 children.
My mind just started going several different ways. Okay, I almost lost family, but I'm happy I didn't.
But he says his heart aches for those who can't say the same.
My heart goes out to everyone else who can't say that.
He also said the people of Oklahoma are resilient, that they have to be because, quote, you have to be ready to take what Mother Nature deals out. We're live in the newsroom tonight. I'm Brigida Mack, WBTV, on your side.
Brigida, thank you. For some, though, it took nearly 24 hours to know their loved ones were safe.
You cannot wrap your mind around what is going on in that situation.
Timothy Griffin lives in Pageland, South Carolina, but his entire family is in Oklahoma, many just miles from Moore. He spent all last night trying to contact his daughter and granddaughter. It took hours of calling and dozens of Facebook messages, but Tim found out today they were okay.
More volunteers from the Billy Graham Evangelical Association could be headed to Oklahoma. The rapid response team says it could send as many as 90 people to the area. And we were in North Wilkesboro before sunup today as this trailer from Samaritan's Purse pulled right on out. About now, the crew should be arriving in the storm-battered area. Their mission is to provide comfort and supplies to those who lost everything. Right now, the best way for you to help, if you'd like, would be to make a donation to the Red Cross. You can donate $10 by texting the word Red Cross to 90999. Our coverage of the deadly Oklahoma tornado continues. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to go live to Moore and hear about recovery efforts still underway at this late hour.
Well, there's severe weather here in Charlotte as well. This tree fell on Colony Road near Selwyn today, slammed into 2 homes, and good news, nobody hurt. The storms that rolled through just after 4 o'clock also ripped this tree from the ground. It fell across Carmel Road, and it blocked that road for much of the night.
There was a huge clap of thunder. There was lightning, blue flash, and when she looked out, this tree was down across Carmel Road.
Eric Thomas is over in the First Alert Weather Center right now.
Eric, those storms have passed, but you're tracking more severe weather that could arrive by tomorrow?
Well, that's right, Molly. We still have some action in the mountains right now, and beyond the mountains, there are a couple of squall lines that are still going to take a run at the viewing area. Let's start off with our dual-pole power Doppler network. You'll see these big thunderstorms that are still rolling around Avery County, but now they're beginning to merge toward northern sections of Burke County. You see the lightning. It's just kind of meandering off to the east, but this is the exact same area around Brown Mountain and Jonas Ridge. Had some hail earlier this evening, about 7 o'clock, damaged some cars, cracked some windshields. Right now, we're not dealing with any severe weather, but you'll see the lightning strikes right there, neighborhoods along 181. So with that said, to Molly's point, more out to the west. We'll be tracking that, let you know what to expect in your First Alert forecast.
Okay, Eric, thank you. New at 11. We've learned that Charlotte's deputy police chief is a finalist for a job in Winston-Salem. Kerr Putney is one of 3 men interviewing to become that city's chief of police. A public hearing tomorrow in Winston-Salem. No word on when he could be offered the job, but whoever gets it will start at the end of June, and we will keep you updated.
It might have been the worst kept secret in Charlotte. Bobcats owner Michael Jordan announced today he is getting rid of the Bobcats name and taking on the Hornets. Hundreds of fans were on hand to hear the announcement right at 6 o'clock Tuesday night.
We officially submitted our application to the NBA Board of Governors to change our name from the Charlotte Hornets.
It wasn't said with enthusiasm, but it was said. And for many fans, that is all that mattered.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 50. I've been waiting for this for about 2 years now.
It was like Charlotte Hornets all day. That's all I know.
John Morgan started Bring Back the Buzz years ago. It was as grassroots of an effort as you might find. Talk about validation today. His slogan was behind Jordan as he broke the news.
Charlotte Hornets 2.0 today, now, and always.
Yes, MJ said it would take another year and a half before we'd see all Hornets in place of the words Bobcats. But he said himself he was thrilled about the change.
Let's bring the buzz back and be very enthusiastic and get our energy back on the basketball court and make the city proud once again.
When word started leaking out late last week, we called Morgan, even woke him up. We told him the team name change was moving forward.
I am usually the one bugging reporters in the middle of the night, so I knew that when I saw somebody from WBTV calling me in the middle of the night on a Friday, there must be something going down.
What does this understandably over-the-moon guy want to say directly now to Jordan?
There's not been an adjective to describe the way I personally feel right now.
It will be a while before we see the team back in purple and teal, but we're getting a better idea of who will wear those colors in the future. It was the NBA draft lottery tonight. Delano has the latest from that ahead in sports. Paul.
Well, Molly, in this exclusive interview, Bruton Smith told me there is a 70% chance Charlotte Motor Speedway could lose its fall cup race to Las Vegas. Today, a source went one step further and told us it is, quote, a done deal. But Bruton Smith says our source does not know what he's talking about. He released this statement saying, in part, no final decision has been made regarding any race date move, and I have not discussed this with NASCAR. The future of the track isn't the only topic we discussed in our sit-down. Bruton also talked for the first time about why it took so long to get a nomination for the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
You were not nominated the first time around for the Hall of Fame. No. You said later you didn't care. Be honest with me. You care.
Paul, I'm going to be totally honest with you, and I really didn't. I didn't like the way this whole thing was set up. I think that your Hall of Fame is something should be entrusted to people without an agenda.
You said there are people with an agenda who have something to do with this. What's the agenda? They
don't know.
Don't like you?
Oh, I think they're supposed to love me. You know, I mean.
You'd like to have this, wouldn't you, at this age?
I don't know. The only thing I can say is my family, they like the idea.
He's 86 years old, by the way. The 54 members that comprise the Hall of Fame panel will vote tomorrow night, and we'll have the results.
New at 11 o'clock, Mayor Anthony Fox will face tough questions at tomorrow's Senate confirmation hearing.
I'm not sure that his philosophy and my philosophy will be consistent, but at the end of the day, the question is, will he be competent in executing the tasks at hand?
That's South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. He sits on the Transportation Committee. Fox is nominated to become President Obama's Secretary of Transportation. Only our cameras were invited inside the chamber where tomorrow's hearing will be held. Mayor Fox will sit at this table. He will face questions from senators. Our Steve Crump will be in Washington to cover the hearings. You can expect full reports throughout our newscasts tomorrow. Because of the hearings, Mayor Fox was not able to attend a forum tonight with every surviving Charlotte mayor. Eddie Knox, Harvey Gantt, Sue Myrick, Richard Van Root, and Governor Pat McCrory all on hand at Central Piedmont Community College tonight to talk about the challenges facing Charlotte in the future. Mayor Fox sent a videotaped message.
All new at 11 o'clock, the property tax rate could be going up. The interim Mecklenburg County manager told commissioners tonight he wants to raise the rate by 2.5 cents. For the average homeowner, that'd be about $50 more a year. The extra money would go towards education. The Board of County Commission will make its final decision on June 18th. And only in Mecklenburg County would a proposed tax hike not be the biggest headline from a county commission meeting.
Moments after they gavelled to order tonight, Paul, the fireworks began. David Spunt was there, and David, I feel like there's fireworks every week lately. What were they upset about tonight?
Molly, it's deja vu. It's the third time we've had a meeting like this in the past several weeks here in Mecklenburg County. Political allegiances, they went out the door. Republicans fighting with Republicans, Democrats doing the same with members of their party. But voters, they told commissioners, get your act together or get out of the office.
You got to get on board and understand that Charlotteans do not work that way.
Mecklenburg County commissioners got an earful as one by one angry residents showed disgust at the way this group has run the county over the past few weeks.
You need to go on the road. Leave the chamber and go on the road.
Commissioners spent the first hour of their meeting arguing over which one of them had a right to speak first. But the focus quickly changed to the abrupt firing of former county manager Harry Jones 2 weeks ago.
May I?
No.
Make a comment to the...
No. There's plenty of media here, so you are no longer an employee, so you cannot make a comment at this time.
The public has access to speak to commissioners at every meeting. As a longtime citizen and servant of this community, why was he denied that same right and opportunity?
They weren't my decisions on how to do things, but I did follow all the laws of the state of North Carolina. So if anyone has problems, they probably should talk to the legislators, because that's where the statutes are.
And while some are calling for Chairwoman Pat Cotham to step down,
my voice will not be silent until such time there is another election. And that's all I have to say about that.
others quickly came to her defense.
Your determination and your courage have not gone unnoticed amongst those you represent. Thank you for doing your job and for doing it well.
Chairwoman Pat Cotham has indicated that she is not stepping down anytime in the near future. We had a chance to look at Harry Jones, the outgoing county manager's severance package. We're told it's a little over $260,000 since he's left office. David Spunt, WBTV on your side.
Next here at 11 o'clock, a month after the bombings in Boston, one police officer who nearly died in a shootout with the suspects is almost ready to leave the hospital. But first, he's talking about his struggle to recover.
Plus, we'll go live to Moore, Oklahoma for the latest on the recovery efforts from the deadly tornado that's now blamed for 24 deaths. You're watching WBTV, the #1 choice for news at 11. We're back right after this.